If truly you want peace to reign in this house, allow that woman and my daughter to stay in this house peacefully." John responded and walked away, and his wife quickly called herself to order. A week later, John employed a nanny for Favor's grandma and put Favor in a prestigious school. 3 months after Treasure got pregnant, she had a dream, and in that dream, a group of strange children tied her hands and her legs, and they lay her on the mud and began to hit her, and some even sat on her stomach, and she screamed and woke up. "Honey, what happened to you? Are you okay?" her husband asked. "I had a terrible nightmare," Treasure replied. "What happened?" Dan asked. When she finished telling Dan the nightmare, she discovered that she just had a miscarriage. And whenever she was 3 months pregnant, those strange children would come and destroy the pregnancy in the dream, and because of that she hated people's children with passion. 6 years after Dan and Treasure got married, they were not able to have a child, and they went to several hospitals for medical checkups, and the results came out that there was nothing medically wrong with them. A year later, "Son, it's been 7 years since you got married to Treasure, and she had not been able to give you just one kid. And all your younger sisters have gotten married, and they all have kids, and that's their senior, you never have any," said Dan's mom. "Mummy, I am tired. What do you want me to do?" Dan asked. "Son, Treasure must have aborted all the children in her womb. That's why she's not able to give birth. Son, it's high time for you to divorce Treasure and get married to another girl who will be capable of giving you children, because if you continue to wait for Treasure to give you a child, you will wait forever." "Mummy, I can attest that Treasure is not the reason why she is not giving birth. I strongly believe that the child will come at the right time, and I will never divorce her," Dan responded. "Son, I am tired of waiting to carry my grandchildren. Whatever you and your so-called wife want to do concerning these issues on the ground, you people should do it now. I am still alive, and if by next year she doesn't born, she will leave my family," said Dan's mom. "Mummy, calm down. It hasn't gotten to that extent. Mummy, have you suddenly forgotten what Treasure has done for this family? I don't deny what she has done for this family, but I want to carry my grandchildren before I join my ancestors. All your younger sisters have children, but remain only you. Dan, send that witch away and marry another woman before it's too late for you." "Mummy, stop calling my wife witch, please. I will never marry another woman. I would rather die without having a child than divorce Treasure and marry another woman." "Dan, that will never happen. Not when I am still alive. She must leave this house to her father's house." "Mummy, why did you suddenly develop hatred for Treasure? What has she done to you?" "I don't hate anybody. All I want is my grandchildren. If she can't give birth, let her go back to her father's house." "Mummy, she's not God. She can't force herself to get pregnant. Mummy allows Treasure and I to be patiently waiting for the appointed time that God has assigned for us to have children. I won't say anything anymore, but if by this time next year she doesn't give birth, I swear with my late parents' grave she will leave my family, and I will leave no stone unturned until she leaves." Dan's mom responded and walked away. A few days later, Treasure's friends secretly took Treasure with sacrificial items to see a very powerful goddess in the river without her husband knowing, and when she got there, the goddess performed some rituals and sacrifices and guaranteed Treasure that she would give birth to twins before the year runs out, and Treasure became extremely happy. A few weeks later, Treasure got pregnant, and a month after she got pregnant, 2 strange, dirty, and stinky children came to her shop to buy something from her, and they were twins, a boy and a girl. "Auntie, we want to buy bread and Fanta," said the strange children. "Hey, go outside. You kids are smelling. Go and buy from another store. I don't sell bread and Fanta here." "Auntie, is that not bread I am seeing?" one of them asked. "I said I am not selling. Is it by force? Look at how dirty and stinky you kids are. Only God knows who gave birth to these dirty pigs. Auntie, leave us alone. We're not begging you for anything. We only came here to buy something from you. It's okay if you don't want to sell it to us, but stop cursing us, because you don't know what we're going through every day, and you cannot survive what we go through every day. Sister, come, let's go, since she doesn't want to sell for us. I beg, you people should leave my shop. Go, go. You children are smelling like rotten eggs. Gosh, you children are irritating." Treasure chased them away. While they were about to leave, the strange girl responded to her strangely. "Auntie, you're very heartless. We passed many shops just to come and buy from you, but you chased us away. If you don't turn a new leaf, God will never give you what you've been crying and praying for." After they left, Treasure began to think about what the little girl told her, and when she realized that it was about a child, she hastily rushed out to meet those strange children to apologize to them. But she couldn't find those children, and she asked everybody around the area whether they saw those children, but none of them saw them. After her pregnancy reached 3 months, a group of children came and destroyed in a dream. Everybody became super disappointed, and when her sister-in-laws heard that Treasure had a miscarriage again, they came and threw her out of her husband's house, and heavy rain was falling that day, and Dan, her husband, was not around, and she couldn't carry her car or her phone because they locked her outside the gate. Treasure went to her father's house. Her parents and her siblings chased her away. So she went and stayed with her friend, and when her husband Dan came back from a trip and heard what his sisters and his mom did to his wife Treasure, he became very angry with them. Thereafter, he relocated his wife to another city that was unknown to his mom and his sisters and employed someone reliable to manage his wife's business. 15 years after they got married, Treasure was still barren. And Treasure did all kinds of godly and ungodly rituals and tried all her possible best to have a child. However, she couldn't have, and Dan, her husband, never gave up on her. He still stood on his decision, and when the circumstances were out of control, she told her husband someday, "Honey, first of all, I want to thank God for giving such an amazing and outstanding man like you to me as a husband. Dan, thank you for loving me unconditionally. Despite everything we went through, but you never give up on me. You still stand by me. May God bless you mightily for me," said Treasure. "You're welcome. My mind and heart will forever troubled if I give up on you and marry another woman. We were destined to be together forever, and so shall it be," Dan replied. "I am very happy and grateful to have you in my life. Dan, you're the best." "You can say that again." "Baby, there is something significant I want to discuss with you," said Treasure. "Please, I am all ears. Go ahead," said Treasure. "I am having these feelings that I will not be able to give you a child. Please, I want to pay our house girl handsomely so that you will sleep with her and give her pregnant, and when she gives birth, I will give her my shop and we would sell all our properties and relocate abroad with the baby," Treasure replied. "Treasure, I am disappointed in you. Treasure, what came over you? Why would you advise your husband to sleep with our house girl? Are you insane?" Dan asked furiously. "Honey, calm down. I am very sorry. Please don't be mad at me. The truth is that I can't help myself any longer. I have tried all the possible things in this world to have a child, but all failed. The circumstances are beyond my control. This is exactly 15 years since we got married, and we don't have a single kid," Treasure murmured. "Is okay, I understand, but I will never sleep with our house girl or any girl to get pregnant for me. Treasure, you know what? By next week we're traveling out of this town to another town." "I don't understand. What exactly are we traveling to another town to do?" Treasure asked. "We're going to attend 10 different churches. I believe one of the churches would reveal the mystery behind our childlessness and the solutions," said Dan. "I am fed up with all these churches. We have been to several churches, but none of the churches could solve our problems," Treasure lamented. "I know. That's why I said we should travel to another town. Remember, without quality decisions and actions, life and destiny remain stagnant. So get ready, we're traveling on Wednesday next week," Dan replied and walked away. A few years ago, John's wife adopted Favor as her daughter and also Favor's grandma as her mom because she didn't have a mother and a father. The woman was super nice and helpful to her. That's why she decided to adopt her. Thereafter, John took Mama Sarah, Favor's grandma, abroad for eye surgery. Fortunately, she recovered her sight and she was able to see clearly. A week later, Treasure and Dan traveled to another town to seek solutions to their problems as they planned. A few days later they went to a church, and after the church closed they met the pastor in the church. They told him everything they went through, and the pastor prayed for them, and after he finished praying, he said, "The circumstances you people are facing are not spiritual, but I don't know the cause of the childlessness. The Lord said that you and your wife should fast for 7 days, and after the fasting, The problems and the solutions shall be revealed. Dan and Treasure stayed in the church and fasted for 7 days, and on the last day of the fasting, Dan had a mysterious dream. Thanks for watching this video. Watch out for the last episode and don't forget to like, subscribe and comment what you think about this story. Bye for now.